Hey y'all, it's your girl Sia, and I'm back with another video. Y'all, my hair color is crazy, okay? And I have not gotten used to my hair color, so you guys have not seen me on video. I have taken no pictures. The goal is to brighten it up more. So hopefully I'll be able to get back into my usual color, which is cool. I've gotta like it, right? That's what counts. And bear with me, you guys. Um, to pretend as if Black women do not have reasons to a level of emotion. You're dealing with situations that kind of, again, expect you to be a certain way. So I definitely understand that, right? I understand not popping off just because you're not feeling, you're not happy at the moment, stuff like that. Like, I definitely, understand the logic there. However, my personality type, and it's very interesting because what I've been told is that for the most part, my tone stays the same. My tone does not change. I will say, I would argue to say that that's not necessarily the case. It can be if I give a fuck enough, then obviously you'll see the influctuation in my voice. Outside of that, if my tone is pretty much the same, you can expect that I really don't care, right? And so that should tell people the state that I'm in majority of the time. The problem, though, is a lot of people have a stereotype of Black women that they often go off of naturally, right? And like I said, I'm beginning to realize that maybe I'm not so friendly. And for me, that is a good thing. And I know for other types of people who have never gone through anything that I have to go through every single day that I'm alive, it's easier to come across as more friendly, right? But in my opinion, friendliness is just not how you talk to someone, it's also how you treat them, right? I would think that how you treat me is more important than you trying to make friendly conversation with me, right? And so my way of going about life is I'm respectful, but I'm not extra friendly. I'm not the girl that's going to really chat with you about stupid shit just to pass time unless I like you, right? Unless I value you. And a lot of people, I've learned that over the years, I've changed a lot. There was a time where everybody was my friend, right? Anybody who showed me even the little amounts of kindness, they became my friend, right? And while I don't have a lot of beef with anybody, right? I don't. Um, I was a quote unquote popular girl because I was very, like I said, I believed everybody was my friend. I was super outgoing, all of these things that I no longer am, which is crazy, by the way, because, you know, um, I'm used to, I know that at one point I was a certain way and now I'm not that way anymore. So it's crazy how that changes. But I will say this, in my experience, being that I am of, copper skin or whatever, my experience with relationships, I would say, has been very traumatic. In the sense that I've never truly been able to depend on anyone. And not because I didn't know how to ask for help, but because I've had many people in my life who were not dependable. They weren't people who showed up for me the way that they would show up for somebody else, right? So the dependability factor is a big deal. Hence why I'm not in a relationship, because I believe that I am a dependable person, right? But just because I am dependable does not mean that I don't need someone to depend on, right? And so in a relationship, because of where I'm at in my life, I think a lot of people assume that because I'm a strong personality type, which just means confident, right? Secure. It don't mean nothing else that people try to attach that to. I think that having a strong personality is actually a good thing in today's society, but I understand that people's egos are driven to say otherwise, right? Um, but anywho, um, just because I'm strong and I'm not really, I wouldn't say that I'm physically strong. I'm far from that. But I'm mentally strong. I'm emotionally strong. But that's because of life, right? Life has required me to show up in that manner. And so it appears like I always have my shit together, which for the most part I do, right? But at the same time, I I think that every strong individual, hence a lot of Black women, also need someone that they can depend on, right? And so that's the biggest thing I would say for me in relationships is I ain't found the person that I could, hey, my car broke down. Can you? I don't have that luxury of being able to count on someone. I never have. Another thing with my relationships, right? I think that as a Black woman, it does feed into this no nonsense kind of attitude that I have and possess. Um, is respect is for me, right? Is not a compromise, right? I don't believe in tolerating disrespect for any reason, and I damn sure don't believe in being quiet as a result of that disrespect, right? Because where I'm from, I feel like my silence is complicity. So what happens is a lot of people expect Black women to just go along with their bullshit, not mine, right? Theirs. And the problem is, I don't think that a lot of Black women are built to remain quiet about those kinds of things, right? We're not built to kind of let it go. Like, I'll be real, I let a lot of shit go. Okay. Because I recognize that the power dynamics and structure and how things are and what they are, right? So there's a lot of things that I will let go. The problem though is the moment I speak up, it's an issue. And as Black women, we get that often. Okay. A lot of people do not like the heat, but they want to be in the kitchen. As a Black woman, how I see it is, and I really feel like this for anybody. It wouldn't matter if you're Black, white, man, or woman, disrespect is not okay. And when you know that it's occurring, like I said, how you handle that is everything. And a lot of people say that because Black women are more inclined to address those situations head on, which we are, it makes us confrontational. It makes us aggressive. That very notion of who people think that we are is, I think, more damaging than people understand. So what it's done is made me not want to deal with people. What I've learned is people only want me in a certain light, meaning that as long as I play dumb, as long as I shut the fuck up and I act like I don't know shit and all these different things that really are not a part of my makeup or who I am, they would prefer to have a woman like that. The problem is I'm not that fucking woman. I'm not the woman that's going to allow you to treat me any old kind of way and or do anything that you want to me and not say nothing. Like I'm not that girl. Okay. And that does not mean that Black women are bad people. What it means is that we demand respect. And again, what seems argumentative or confrontational, I believe it only seems that way because of how people perceive black women. Like I say, if it was a white woman saying the same thing, the perception would not be the same. A white woman calling you out on disrespect is not going to be perceived the same as a black woman doing it. Because what the world is taught is that it's okay to disrespect black women. I'm here to tell you, I ain't that girl. So if I gotta go slaying dragons one by one by one, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. Does that make me angry? No. But the perception of white America is that I'm angry if I am a strong individual. I feel like everybody should be strong, women and men. Like, you should be strong, right? I would say that people's perception of black women have made it to where I don't naturally trust people. It just is what it is, right? I don't naturally trust people who I feel like are going to cause me a level of unnecessary harm in the future. So my experience is, like I said, dealing with this girl where I work. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why that car got in front of me going 10 times slower than me. But being in the position that I'm in, right? What I was saying. Like I was telling you guys where I work, right? How the girl is kind of like, again, I'm annoyed a lot of it, but I can't be like upset because her demeanor comes across as very friendly. Not to say that she's a friendly person, right? I know you ain't. You better slow your ass down, homie. I will slow all the way down. You ain't speeding up on me. I'm not one of them cars, sir. I give every driver a look that I see is driving crazy around my car, and they get the memo. That's the fastest I've seen a Volkswagen drive, though. I ain't even about to lie to y'all. Volkswagen drivers drive me insane. There's a lot of different kinds of drivers that really drive me nuts, bro. But anywho, and I'm generalizing because I've seen too many of them drive the same way, and every driver has a different style of driving. Every car drive like car. But anywho, I feel as though the world, what they do is they kick black women down often, right? They think that it's okay, they think that it's acceptable, and they do it. They do it in ways that appear very friendly. Like I said, this girl, if I was to get all rah-rah with her, I would look like I'm the problem because she's so friendly. But my personality type don't accept it. And I don't, it's not that I can't be friendly, right? It's just in my mind, I don't know whether to trust you or not enough to know whether or not the friendliness is legitimate or not. You know, I don't know how to be fake. That's a side of me that has been an epic failure for me, not knowing how to be that way. Or if I'm fake, I don't know how to do it for very long. So when people are friendly to me, it's not that I'm questioning why are they friendly to me. Like, that's not even the conversation, right? It's more of, yeah, how long is this going to last? How long is this going to last till you say something stupid? So I would much rather you not be friendly and us earn that respect for one another. Like, that's really, I would prefer that. Because I don't want to get sucked into your overall friendliness and then you turn out to be a snake and you're biting me in the ass, right? So unfortunately, my experiences as a black woman has been that. It wouldn't matter if I'm dealing with blacks, whites, it don't matter. I don't care. I've learned, especially in Denver, Colorado, the more friendlier people are, the more you need to be more aware, pay attention to who they are. Friendliness is used as a way to disguise who we actually are at times. Not everybody, some people are just naturally friendly, right? I've come across those kinds of people, And usually I'm the one kicking myself in the butt because I'm being a little harsh or I'm being a little mean. I need to be a little gentle, right? A little, and I wouldn't say mean, like I'm a mean girl. I'm just pointing you out and talking about you. Not that kind of mean. Just that my tone is a little bit harsher. My look towards you may be a little harsh, may be undeserving, right? Certain things that, again, the personality type annoys the fuck out of me, but it's not really her, it's me. So that's what got me to really thinking about, damn, am I angry or is just who I am now? And I don't think that I'm angry. I think that I've become a no nonsense person and I really live by that. So meaning that because that is so embedded in me, I don't have time for fuckery and bullshit. You see what I'm saying? I think the only time that my meter turns off for bullshit is when I have nothing to do. You know, how you guys understand, like, as a kid, to my kid, I always tell her, you're the mom on the weekends. She's not the mom, right? I'm still very much mommy, but I take off that hat. I have to take it off. I cannot be the person responsible for everything. So on the weekend, starting this evening, I am irresponsible. Not irresponsible, but not responsible. Let's put it that way. I still obviously am on mommy duty, so I still have to be the parent to some degree. But my weekends are for me to do absolutely nothing and or whatever I want to do. And I have a very much more like of a childlike spirit because I trust my daughter, right? I'm in a place where I know that if I'm given to her, it's going to be reciprocated, right? I don't have to worry about if she's dependable or not, because the reality of it is I'm the person she depends on. I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm going to be done dirty. I mean, if there's something that I'm going to be done dirty on, she and I have already had, I would say that my kid is not like that. Again, there have been things that she's been manipulated to do. But I know that that's not who she is, right? That's what she's been told to do, and what she was taught was okay. I would say that as a Black woman, like even in my experience right now, right, I could take it personal or I could just overlook it. I started a new job. None of these people know me from a can of paint, right? I've noticed that when the staff go up to other people that they work with that don't look like me, they're more outgoing, they're more friendly, they're laughing, they're joking. With me, they send me a chat. And the chat is very, I'm telling you what to do. Not, hey, how are you? Good morning. None of that. Just, this is what I need you to do, right? And it's bothersome because I know where that comes from. To them, it's innocent. But to me, it's like, no, you're scared to approach me as a Black woman. Why? I have no idea. You're scared to give me a directive, right? In person. You don't see me as an equal, so you're not coming up to me to start conversation, really. You tell me what to do in a manner that you wouldn't really tell somebody else who don't look like me, which is that power trip a little bit, because now, I have somebody that I can boss around and she can't say anything because she's who she is. And some of that comes with pre-biases that are already predetermined in that person's mind of who they think I am. So I'm constantly being put in positions where I have to show people I'm not who you think I am. That's exhausting because it's not my fault that they think that I am who I am. That's their own personal issues. But excuse me, I am constantly put in a position where I have to prove myself in more ways than one. As a Black woman, that shit gets tiring. It does cause levels of defense, something that I recognize that I do become defensive because I don't trust the person. I don't trust the intent of the person, right? A person could be, again, giving me a directive, but because I don't trust them, It may feel like it's more of criticism than it actually, is, as feedback, right? I may take it a little different. The average Black woman experience is very real and it's very bothersome to a lot of Black women. And so I would beg to say, and I want to pick this topic up at another time. Obviously, I made it to work. Um, that I would like to say that a lot of Black women are not necessarily angry as much as they are in survival mode. And even when you have so-called friends, when you have a man, your own relationship is causing more and adding more of that survival mode than what is actually necessary, which then causes behavioral issues and patterns. So I'm gonna pick this up at another time, though. You guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.